Now, where did it go? I think it went just over there. Is that the egg? Now. No. Oh my goodness. Where is the egg? Hey guys, welcome back. This is Storm, and this is episode 78 of my single-player Tiveden world. Hope you guys are going awesomely well. So, can you guess what I'm standing on? Aha! We have found ourselves the dragon egg. Look at that. So you guys were right. It did go through the portal. I went back, looked at the video, also checked out the video comments of when I tried to pick up this egg in the end, and as you guys had pointed out, it probably went through the portal, and you guys are right. So this is where items come through into the overworld from the end, and we have ourselves the egg. So the mystery is solved. We finally can manage to pick this up. Hopefully we can still use the good old torch trick. I'm pretty sure this still works. And yep, got it. And I'm not losing it this time. Well, famous last words, I know. But we now have that dragon egg, thank goodness, and not sure what I'm going to do with it because it's still pretty much useless in the game from memory. I don't think they've made any changes to it. It's been talked about a few times what they're going to do with the dragon egg. But yep, still pretty useless. So what are we going to do with it? Now let's just stick it into a chest, I guess. Where should we put it? Maybe put it up the top here, where we do all our enchanting. This is pretty much my secret area. This is where I have all my valuable stuff in here. So let's put it in here. Oh, actually this is something that I've done since the last episode. This is something that I wanted to do, which is put on mending and unbreaking onto my two elytra wings. So that will help with keeping them repaired and not breaking on me. Be nothing worse than if you're flying around and you somehow manage to break your elytra wings. So I've got a couple of these. That's all good. I tried to put feather falling. I thought, hey, there's a chance that it will go onto these, but no. You can't put any other enchantments, as far as I know anyway, onto these. So this is all we've got, and that's all good. So now we've got our wings. Now, what to do? I need to do something with these heads. This is something that you guys had left a few suggestions with, and you all wanted me to hook up redstone to these so we get these guys opening and closing their mouths. So I've got a few ideas on what I can do with this, but first of all we have to go over to where we have our end portal. Alrighty, so here we are. We're by the end portal here. This is just going down to the end portal, and this is where we've got the little trap thing to go down, just an expressway through the water. And what I thought we could do is we could hook up a portal system to make this a little bit more accessible, well, to make it a little bit more easy to get to from my main base. So my island's just over there, and what we could do is hook up a portal just here and have a little portal inside our nether hub to join these up. So I thought that's something we could do. And so what are we going to do well, how are we going to do that? So what I thought we could do is let's just go down and take a closer look at this. It's been a little while since I've tried to come through, there we go, without falling in. Alright, so we're in here now. We should be relatively safe. So what we've got is just a column of water here. And what I thought we could do is just hook up a portal on one side. So this is the closest to the island in that direction. So I thought we could hook up a portal just in here. So we need to try and do that without falling in. That's going to be the difficult part. And without... Whoa! And without getting eaten alive by these guys as well. Oh, they're starting to come out of the walls. It's a bad sign. Let's get up here. Thank you. Alrighty, so how are we going to do this? I think we should get rid of the water. I need to cover this as well. So I've brought over a few blocks. Let's try and do one of these things first. Let's cover this up so we don't accidentally fall through. There'll be nothing worse than doing that, so let's do that. There we go. Now we should be able to get rid of this water. Brought over a couple of buckets. This is a 3x3. Okay, so I just need to pick up 2. And then let's get rid of the water. Let's do this. Alrighty, now is the water above it? I can't remember. There is not. Okay, so we can now remove these. And got these signs. I wish there was a nicer way to block water without using signs like this, because it looks a little ugly. But that's alright. Can't do much about that. So we're going to hook up a portal. So what we thought we could do is put in a portal right in here. So let's just knock out a few blocks and let's get up here actually. Oh, can't I place a block here? There we go. Alright, so this is where we can have ourselves a portal. And should we set it back one? Maybe we should. Okay, now this is... Portal's gonna have to go on top of that. maybe we should do this. Let's put the portal in on the sides. For now, let's put it right up next to the portal, because I thought we could also use this to transport things into the end somehow. So an idea. I don't know if it'll work, but it's an idea. So what we could do is, let's do that. And that means I'm going to have to put blocks there. And let's go up here. This should be big enough for a portal. Alrighty, I think that works. Jump up here. Now let's activate this. We have ourselves a portal. Kind of wish I made it a little bit bigger. Should we do that? Don't know if I can break this. Okay, we can. So let's do this. Kind of looks weird with the 2 blocks there above. So what we're going to do is to remove this obsidian. We'll go one extra higher to make this just a little bit taller. And I think it makes it look a little bit more proportional as well. Should have enough obsidian. Yep, do. So let's replace these. See the squid flying around up top there. Okay, here we go. All good. I think that's better. Now we're all set. Let's get down here. And I should be able to place this water still. Uh-oh. The portal is at the same height as the water. That is not going to work. Or is it? Is this going to put out the portal? Is the portal out? I don't know. Let's go take a look. It is not. That is interesting. Well, for now we can leave it at this height. I'll be curious to know what will happen here. If this will actually work the way I want it to work. But we can always move this water up a level later. That's not what I want to do. I want to create an infinite water stream, so for that I need to put one there. There. I can't place it. Why can't I place it? There's a squid in here. Okay, we should have an infinite stream there now. Should be able to place one there. And now we're all set. Okay. Let's just fill up these buckets again. Poor squid. Oh, I wish I could put him through. Can I put him through? I think he went through into the end. I don't know what the Enderman would think of that, seeing one of these guys go through into the end, but there you go. So now we've got this in place. In fact, I need to grab the coordinates, so let's just do that before I do anything too crazy here. So let's jump up here again. Oh, so that totally didn't work. And let's grab our coordinates. Here we go. This is where the portal is, right here. Alrighty, so I'm going to note down those coordinates because I want to create a corresponding portal in our nether hub. So I'm going to go over into that nether hub now and then try and trace out where to connect up these portals. So I'm now in the nether here, and I'm probably guessing that this portal here, which goes to our treehouse, probably connects up with that other portal we just connected because it's very close. So all you need to do is take your coordinates and then divide them by 8, and that's where you need to go. So I need to go to around 97. Which is right here, is it? This one? Yeah. So this one, and then I need to go to around 88 or so. So let's dig in a little bit. Probably don't have to go in the full distance. Just need to get close enough where it doesn't conflict with this other portal here. So let's do that. Let's just dig in a little bit. You're thinking, what's that growl? Ah, we've got ourselves the skeleton horse. This is where I just parked him for now, so he doesn't wander around our nether here. I wonder if they're fire resistant. Don't know why I just thought of that. It kind of makes sense that they should be. They should be fire resistant if they're not. Alright, let's just keep going. Now, we don't have to go in too far, I don't think. This is probably close enough. Now, you don't have to be exact with your coordinates, because if your portals are close enough, then that will be okay. So we'll probably try about here for now. Yeah, so let's try it about here. Problem with a pick like this is every time you just want to take out one, you take out 2 other blocks. So I think this will do, around about here. Yeah, that's definitely close enough. Now let's put down ourselves the portal. You can hear the ghasts above me. It's always a bit freaky when you're in the nether. Okay, so I can always patch this up later. I'm just going to put in pretty much a temporary portal here, just to prove that this is going to work. Then we can come back and fix it up later. So something like this. Where is that? There. There we go. That should work. Alrighty. Looks a little strange, this portal. I'll probably make it the same size as these other ones at some stage, but for now let's test it out. Let's see where we go when we go through this particular portal. Do we come out by our end portal? That is the question. We do, okay. Now I did remove the water and the signs as well, just because I thought they wouldn't be required. Now I want to test coming back, but I can't really see. Can I place a block? Can I get to that block? We can. Alright, so let's see where we go when we go back through this portal. I'm curious to know which portal we come out of. And the answer is this one. Okay, cool. Now let's just check to make sure that this other portal here is still working. There's always a risk when you've got portals close by that they interfere with each other. Alrighty, so this one is still going to the treehouse. Nice. Look at that. What is that down there? Oh, I think it's just the pink sky. I thought there might be a mass of these zombie pigmen down there. Alrighty, so I think we're all good. All good. These portals aren't going to conflict with each other. That means these are all going to be connecting nicely. In fact, let's do the round trip, because I need to go back and get some supplies anyway from our overworld. So what we can do is just jump around through portals. So here we go. Let's take out this block. Go into the end. The squid has died, it looks like. Must have picked up the ink sacs. And now we can just go back through the end portal, and this will take us back into our blacksmith building. So a bit of a round trip. We've got all these different portals to jump around through now, but it's going to make navigating around in our world just a little bit easier, and that's always a good thing. I was going to hook up some kind of minecart track, but minecarts still aren't that useful, and I'm trying to just keep them for longer kind of distances where I can just leave the minecart go and just keep riding on through. So let's head on back in. Here we go. There we go, the full round trip. Back to where we started, so that's pretty cool. So I thought what we could do is work on this entranceway into this end portal. Going to redesign this a little bit to make it all look nice and pretty. And I thought we could also integrate in our dragon heads, so these are the ones that's from our blacksmith building. And I thought I'll do what you guys had suggested, which is hook up some kind of redstone signal to these so their mouths open and close. That's pretty cool, it's pretty unique to the game. I don't think any other block interacts like that. So I thought we could integrate that somehow. Also wanted to integrate in some of the new blocks. We've got some of these purple blocks. And we've got these endstone bricks as well. So I thought we could try and integrate these somehow into this entranceway, given that we are going into the end. And so where I got these blocks is rather than craft them, because that's just a slow and tedious process. I went into the end and actually found myself probably one of the smallest end cities there is. Didn't have much in it, and certainly didn't have any other heads or elytra wings in there. But I managed to tear it down, collect all the blocks, and bring it back to the overworld. So I've got a few of these blocks now in supply, so what we're going to do is try and think of a pretty cool creative way to integrate these into the build, and that's what we're going to work on now. So this is the current work in progress. It's starting to come along. I've been experimenting with the different block types, just trying out different things to see what colours work together, and just coming up with different painting kind of options as well, just to see what kind of combination would look okay. And this is the current work in progress, so I've got the path blocks going on in here. Don't know if I'll use these in the end, but I thought I would experiment, kind of continuing on the natural kind of theme for the pathway from this room into here, so it's something that I'll probably experiment with a little bit more. Basically got this whole room all the way up to here to deal with before we go on to a glass-based pathway, so we have some options here to play with, and yeah, I'm not so convinced yet this is finalised. So I've made a couple of these end city banners as well, just thought, see what these would look like. Yeah, it kind of ties that in. You don't really see the dragon head that well, kind of the black on the obsidian background kind of blends them in, but I do like how the mouths open and close like that. It certainly draws your eyes to this side of the room when you walk past and you see these heads. So that might be something we play with. I've also experimented like putting in chests in here. I'm not sure if that's going to work. It doesn't kind of look right, so I'm not sure if I'll have that. But I'll probably need to experiment with this room a little bit more to see what we can come up with. So we're going to take a break of working on that portal entrance, and I wanted to show you guys something I've been working on in here. This is a little contraption that I thought would be pretty cool, pretty interesting. So we've got this little tunnel system here. This is where a painting used to be. It used to look exactly like this. And I thought it would be pretty cool to hook up a minecart system on the way back that's just a little bit random. Something that's a little bit more entertaining than just following the same minecart track over and over again every time you follow down this pathway. So let's just go up here. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I did put down these purple stairs just here to see what it would look like, this kind of color combination. I think it looks pretty good, so I'll probably experiment with that a little bit more. But if we come around here, and I'll show you guys what I've been working on. I dug up all this pathway here just to experiment with different options here for this minecart rail. So what we have here is a standard bend. I used to have a detector rail here, so basically it would always make sure that you went down this way. No dramas. But what I've changed is I wanted this particular track here to switch to go straight or to go right. So this is only going to come into play when you're coming from this direction, and that's alright because this is the way you're coming back from our nether farm. And I thought what would be pretty cool is to have sometimes to go this way and sometimes to go this way. So the way I achieve that is to use a bit of redstone, and here we go. So this is the system here. We've got a hopper going into a dropper, one with a stackable item, one with a non-stackable item. And basically when I press this button, which is simulating me coming over this detector rail here, is these tracks will get switched randomly. It's basically a 50% chance at the moment whether or not this would be switched to go this way, or it will stay connected and go this way. And what we've got here is the same redstone hooked up to a piston back here with the stairs, so this is going to blend into the wall. And basically what I wanted to do is have a little pathway that will open up when the track is going to go straight. So let's see if we can demonstrate this. Let's see if this is switched, because it is a 50% chance. No, it did not switch. Alright, let's try again. In fact, I should be able to see when it switches based on down here. Okay, I think that switched then. Yep, so here we go, the track is switched. So this is going to switch long enough for a player to come along in a minecart, and it won't turn right, it will go straight ahead. You could see this piston had retracted. Let's try this out. Let's grab it. Oh, wow. Let's grab this minecart. Here we go. And let's see what happens when this gets retracted. I think this would be a pretty interesting ride back. In fact, let's do it properly. So let's do it like this, where there's a guaranteed chance that I'll go straight. Here we go. You can see it switched. Piston gets retracted. I fall down onto some tracks here. And what I'm going to do is have these tracks connect up around the corner here. So let's just follow this around. I can't sprint. Just have to eat something. And what we're going to do is just, I don't know, hook up some kind of nice little rail system in here. And I wanted this to be a little bit crazy and come out through the painting. I think it's possible because we do have the mechanic of using soul sand to make the minecart basically glide. Not jump, but just kind of glide a little bit longer on the horizontal velocity. So that's what we're going to try here. So to do that, what I think we need to do is hook in some soul sand there. Now I want to better cover this with a painting in the end. So that means I'm going to have all blocks here as if it can support a painting. So for me to do that, I have to think a little bit creatively. Let's jump up in here. This is the minecart system. Okay, so the difficult part is always going to be having minecart getting stuck. So let's try and avoid that. Let's first of all hook up some redstone in here. Where's my levers? Okay, so we've got our track here. Let's just test that this part might work, may not work. Okay, that part was okay. So let's try and get our cart back. There we go. Alright, so that part was all good. So basically we came flying off this track and landed on these rails. So that's going to work for us. Now I need to be able to hook up a painting. So we thought what we could do, these are all going to be hidden anyway behind the painting, these particular blocks that I'm removing. So let's do this. Let's grab ourselves some fences. Here we go. Now, something has to be here, so we'll use fence gates. This will allow the player to go through it. I think. Is this going to work? I can certainly put one above it, probably. So let's do this for now. And how am I going to hook up a rail to this? if I get rid of that and put in a rail here, I have to think, how am I going to get painting to stay on that? Because I don't think a painting will go on rails. So let's try it anyway. Never know. No, it's not going to go on the rail there. So I have to think of a way to make the rail think, or make the painting think there's a full block here. That's a tough one. That's a tough one, I say. I could probably make these go in one. We could try that. Let's do this. So we'll remove that. And then what? We'll have to make this one here a nether or soul sand block. Let's try this. And that means we could probably put in a fence here. In fact, I could probably put in a sign as well. This will make more sense in a second. So let's put a sign there. Let's put in a... Now, can I place this here? No, okay. Get rid of this sign. Down a dummy block. There we go. I need that. Another fence gate. Okay, that's all good. Let's remove this block. Alrighty. Put down the sign. Alright, that was a bit of a chore. Now let's see if we can put a painting here. We should be able to. Now we have to try and get the right one. This can take a while, but hopefully it won't. That was a big one, but it's not the one I'm after. Got a few paintings, so I should be able to do this pretty quickly. You always hear about some people wanting to put in some kind of GUI selector for the paintings. It's times like that when you realise why you think that might be useful. So let's see if we can get up here and make sure it's all okay. I think that's all okay. Now let's see if the minecart can still get through. I don't know, but we'll find out. Check that out. That is pretty cool. So if we look from the outside, you would never be able to notice. Look at that. Should better just plug this up. And there we go. We've got ourselves a secret little pathway here for our minecart. Okie dokie, so I think I'm going to call the video here, and thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys liked that little trick with the minecart coming through the painting like that. It'd be pretty fun to try that elsewhere on my minecart track system here. But I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys liked the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, thanks, guys. Cheers. Well, this has to be the smallest end city ever.